A plan for blackmail.
Bo Buchanan.
5 o'clock, Bo. You better be alone.
I know something's wrong. Tell me what it is.
What secret is Bo hiding? Who will pay the price?
Right on time.
One Life to Live, weekdays.
What is this? I thought you were going to grab a good book and join me.
I have read every book, magazine, novel, bill in this whole apartment. I have got to get out.
Out?
Yes. Don't look so worried. It's a matter of necessity. We have been cooped up in this apartment for so long, we're practically out of food.
Ah, the grocery store. That's a relief. For a minute, I thought...
What?
Nothing, nothing. Just make sure that you get plenty of ice cream. You know I'm an ice cream junkie.
Yes. I also know when you're keeping something from me.
Okay. I thought maybe you were going to go over to the office.
I am going to the office.
Cassie, no.
I just have a couple things there I want to take care of.
Cassie, we've been over this 100 times. I don't want you going back into John Russell's world. Not ever again.
Yeah, Russell and Callison. No, Miss Callison isn't in right now. This is her partner. Can I help you? No, I don't know when she'll be back. Yeah, fine. Yeah. Would you like me to take a message for you? Yes. Right. Got it. Yeah.
Business is booming, I see.
Business is chaotic, or can't you tell?
Well, I came by to see how you were. I guess I shouldn't ask.
Yeah, well, she picked a hell of a time to reconcile with her ex-husband. That's all I can say. Look at this place. She could have at least finished the damn filing.
Oh, John, now you can't expect her to show up here.
You want to bet?
Oh, come on. I know she's just afraid to face you, and I know how she's feeling because even though I've wanted to come and see how you were, I've dreaded this moment.
Well, don't worry. I won't ask you to file anything, Melinda.
No, John, I'm serious. I didn't come to talk to you. I have a confession to make.
Hey, so I was wondering if the police call. What are you doing?
What's it look like? It's about time I got back in the saddle full time, don't you think?
We made it perfectly clear that Buchanan Enterprises is running smoothly. There's no reason for you to be concerned.
Son, everything that concerns this family concerns me, not just making the police find that George Vasquez before he finds you. And before you ask your question, no, they haven't found him, but they will.
Well, here's to that. They're looking at all these books and all these ledgers. You know, there's no reason for you to jump back into this right now.
I told you I wanted to. And I'm glad I have. There's a deficit in this account right here with no explanation.
And you're blaming me?
No, I'm just saying.
Well, you've left me temporarily in charge for now. There's no reason for you to complain, is there?
No, of course not.
Well, then why are you looking at all these books? Asa, don't you trust me?
Of course I trust you, Bo, but Buchanan Enterprise can be almost too much for one man, including me, and I've had many more years' experience than you have.
Well, I'll admit you've been at it longer than I have, but I do know my way around those ledgers.
Well, all right. Why are we showing red here when it should be a heavy profit?
We do show a profit.
Where?
Let me see this.
You see what I mean? The real estate division has always been rock solid. All of a sudden, quicksand. Why?
I'm looking at the figures. I don't see any deficit.
Right there. It's as plain as the nose on your face.
That's not a deficit, Asa. That's a shelter to siphon off any excess profits.
A shelter?
Yes. That's an idea that you came up with a long time ago. Don't you even remember that?
Oh, yes, I do remember. But it was a long time ago. No wonder. I mean, I just didn't see it right off.
Well, sure. Listen, it's a perfectly understandable mistake.
What mistake? I mean, am I supposed to know every last detail of a whole empire like this? It's impossible.
No, sir. No, especially after you're recovering from being drugged. Larry told me that you would be confused. from time to time. There were some days that you were going to feel great.
No, I feel fine now. Never better in my life. Shoot, because I missed one column of figures, you don't have to get all hot and bothered.
No, nobody's getting hot and bothered, but this brings up a point. Maybe it's just a little too soon for you to come back to work.
Bo, work is the best medicine for me.
I know, but just let me keep it for one more week, all right? And then I'll have you right back in the saddle again. I swear, Asa, with Renee Devine out of your life, you're gonna be your old self in no time at all.
Please, I ask not to be disturbed.
Renee, it's Mary Lynn. I need to talk to you.
Oh, Mary Lynn. Oh, darling, I'm sorry. Please, come in. I swore I wouldn't answer the door to anyone, but you are always welcome.
Well, I didn't want to bother you. Not after all you've been through, but I really didn't know who else to turn to.
Helen, you look like you've been crying. Oh, what's wrong?
Well, everything, and I don't really know where to start.
Why don't you begin with Wade?
Mom always said she could never fool you. Guess I'm no different. You're right. It is about Wade. We've decided to go ahead and get married.
And you're not happy. Your father. I thought Tom had come around, especially since he wasn't against you two moving in together.
That was just his reaction to the trial. You see, he didn't want to make me unhappy. But after he had a chance to think about it, he's more against this wedding than before. And today, he told me...
What, darling?
He told me he didn't want to have anything more to do with me if I married Wade.
Oh, baby. They are really got you coming and going, don't they? You know, lordy, lordy, sometimes I don't know what men are good for anyway.
Renee, I'm sorry. Look at me. I'm going on and on about my problems, and you, please forgive me.
You are not going to apologize, you hear? Now, Lee always used to come to me when we had troubles, whether they were mine or hers. No reason her daughter can't. Now, honey, I want you to begin at the beginning, and I want you to tell me everything that happened.
Melinda, no matter what you think you've done, Cassie and I were headed for a split for a long time anyway.
Yes, but still, that doesn't let me off the hook. I can't live with myself unless I tell you this.
Tell me what?
The night that you went and found Rob and Cassie at the penthouse, I knew that Rob was going to ask her to stay with him and that he was going to tell her how he felt about her.
Melinda,
now, I thought that she was just going to go and say that she was absolutely crazy about you, and that would be that, so I didn't tell you about this note that she wrote. The note said that she was going to see Rob, and I thought that it would upset you, and I'm sorry. I know it was the wrong thing to do, but I did it.
Look, Melinda, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but it's unnecessary.
Well, if you had known why she went there, maybe you wouldn't have gone there, and then you wouldn't have seen her.
The truth. Yeah. It's okay. I was bound to find out about it sooner or later. What you did is you saved me a lot of time and a lot of grief.
You're not angry?
No. But you? No way. Fact is, I can't even be angry at Cassie. It was inevitable. I just hope I get the chance to tell her no hard feelings, that's all.
You're one of a kind.
Yeah. They say there's one born every minute, don't they?
I didn't mean it that way.
Well, thanks for the vote of confidence. I could sure use it.
Well, there's more where that came from.
You know, I'm late for an appointment, but how about dinner later? Maybe you can stoke this bruised ego over a steak and brewski, eh?
Well, I think I could find time in my busy schedule, yes.
Good. I'll give you a call about it later, huh?
Okay.
And, what?
Don't worry about it. Go to your appointment. I'll take your messages.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Callison and Russell. No, Cassie isn't here, but maybe I can do something to help.
In case you have forgotten, Russell and Callison is half mine. I do have a responsibility to my clients.
And to John?
Yes, and to John. We are still partners, you know.
Cassie, I know you don't need the job. I have enough money for both of us.
Rob, this is not about money. It's about my career.
All right. You want a career? Do anything that you want. Just don't go back to John's office. It's no good for you there.
I cannot believe you are being this jealous.
Honey, it's not jealousy. It's because I know you love me and I love you that I want to spare you from having to face the guy again. You know how he is. Do you want him to toss you out and end your partnership in a fight?
Well, that could happen. But then again, you could be underestimating John.
Oh, Cass, come on. I've seen him in action.
Now, listen to me. Now, I appreciate you wanting to protect me. I do, but this time I have to do it on my own. Now, I owe John a face-to-face. Look, if he doesn't want to be partners, I won't push it, okay? But I cannot just walk away from him without a word. Not after everything we've been through together. Now, you do understand that, don't you?
No.
Try harder.
Do you think that you can get around me with sex?
Yes.
Oh, you're right. You can.
Good. Now, rest up. You are recovering from a gunshot wound, remember? I will be back before you know it. And if you talk to my aunt, tell her that I would love to see her.
Didn't you leave her a message at the studio?
Several. But she's been avoiding me. And I am not going to quit until I get to the bottom of what happened the other night.
The woman is relentless.
The woman is in love. And relentless. Ciao.
Ciao, baby.
Welcome to Hillshire Farm, where great taste is.
Yeah, thank you very much. That was Rafe. He still hasn't heard anything about George. Oh. Let me get Nigel in here right now, and let's have those pictures thrown away.
I keep going back to that one question. Why?
Oh,
If she needed money, she would have had it in the marriage. I mean, why would she resort to drugging me even before the wedding took place?
because it wasn't just the money that she was after, Pa. It was the power. She had to drug you before the wedding. That way, before you tied the knot, she would have everything in place to take over Buchanan Enterprises. With you incapacitated or worse?
No. No, it is not true.
Asa, just be grateful that you found out about her before the wedding.
Grateful. The way I felt about this woman? If that isn't love, then I don't know what love is. And damn it, Bo, she knew how I felt. If she wanted anything, all she had to do was ask. But she wouldn't do that, though. She had her own money, and tons of it.
Pa, that's a lie. You know, I hate to be the one to have to keep telling you these things, but Renee Devine is flat broke.
You see, it wasn't Wade's fault. He didn't know the ring was stolen. He just wanted me to have the nicest ring he could afford. But the cops wouldn't believe him. And they dragged him down to the station like he was the thief.
And when Tom heard, he hit the roof.
Yeah. He called Wade irresponsible and immature. And he said if I married him, he would wash his hands clean of me.
Oh, darling.
Renee, I can't walk away from my father. But at the same time, I don't want to lose Wade either.
Honey, you don't have to lose anyone. You know, you and your father have got to learn to let go. You can't always protect his feelings, and he can't always protect you from the world.
How do I make him see that? How do I convince him that if I marry Wade, it's going to make me very happy?
By having just the kind of talk that you and I are having right now. Open, honest, and have the same kind with Wade. It's the only way you can make things last. Trust me.
Renee, you've been such a great listener. Thank you so much.
Oh, you are.
Now it's my turn.
Oh, you're so sweet, Marilyn, but, honey, I'm afraid there's nothing to be done.
Oh, I don't believe that. You and Ace are perfect for each other. I don't believe that you're through.
I guess there's always a chance, but right now, chances seem slim to none.
Yes, I will give Mr. Russell the message And then he'll call you back as soon as he can. Okay. Thank you very much.
Melinda, what are you doing here?
What does it look like?
Is this my office? Well, I hardly recognized it.
I hope you don't mind. I took the liberty of cleaning it up a little bit.
No, not at all. Everything looks great. The desk, the flowers, everything else.
Be careful, Mr. Russell. When you look at a lady like that, she's bound to get ideas.
When you look at a man that way, so is he.
Well, I guess I'll let you get back to work. The messages are all on your desk, alphabetized and chronological.
I can't believe this took me so long.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I buried myself in this office, full of self-pity over losing Cassie. Why didn't you tell me I had so much more to gain than to lose?
Oh, well, I think some things are best discovered on one's own, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Lucky for me, I have.
Lucky for us.
I'm not even going to ask what you're doing here. It doesn't take a genius to figure it out.
I was taking messages for John.
Oh, I'll just bet you were. Quite a plan you had, Auntie dear. You wanted to snare John up for yourself, and you made a heck of a start, haven't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You have been after John for months. At least be honest about it.
Oh, you want honesty? Okay. Do you want Rob or do you want John? Because you can't have them both, Kathy.
We're not talking about me. We're talking about you.
No, we're not talking at all because I'm leaving.
The hell you are. Now, you have been avoiding me long enough.
Wonderful place, Hidden Valley. Just what you'd expect for the home.
I've been avoiding you. I have been trying to give you and Rob some privacy over at the penthouse.
Bull. You know, it took me a few months, but the other night finally set me straight on you.
What night?
The night you set me up. The night you stood and watched me write a letter to John, letting him know I was having a meeting with Rob. But John never got the letter, did he, Auntie? What did you do with it? Burn it or swallow it?
Cassie!
But if that wasn't bad enough, then you have to give John a key to the penthouse so he can conveniently walk in on us. Your plan went perfectly, didn't it?
All right, Cassie. I did not tell John that you were with Rob, but I did it for you.
For me?
Yes, because I knew he would get very jealous and get upset. And then when you didn't show up, he made me tell him where you were and then forced me to give him the key.
And poor Melinda just had to hand it over.
What did you want, John, to kick down the door?
No, but you would have preferred that. Then you would have had to spend the rest of the night consoling John. That was the final part of your plan, wasn't it?
Cassie, I have no reason to do this.
You had a very good reason. You have wanted everything Mom ever had ever since you came back to Landview.
I don't have to listen to this.
Yeah, the truth hurts, doesn't it? First, you take over the penthouse, then you take over her job at WVLE, now you want her ex-lover. Well, I'm sorry, Auntie. You can try all you want, but you will never be Dorian Lord.
You leave Dorian out of this. All I see right now is her spoiled brat little daughter who wants it both ways. She wants both Rob and John. Well, it's not going to work, Cassie. You made your choice, or so you say. And if you really love Rob, then you're just going to have to let John go.
Don't talk to me about love. Just because I have worked things out with Rob does not mean that I've stopped caring about John.
John does not want your pity.
He also doesn't want to be manipulated into a cheesy affair with you.
John is a grown man. I suggest you grow up a little bit and let him live his own life.
Leave him to you, isn't that what you mean?
If that's what he wants.
Fine. Then I would like something, too. I want you packed up and out of the penthouse by the time I get home. And I want you out of my office now.
Well, you haven't gotten rid of his picture. Guess that means there's still hope.
Oh, wishful